Okay, so this is the big breaking news that's coming in, even in the court, when in fact this entire hearing was taking place and the sentencing was being read out. The parents of Abhaya to the judge made it very, very clear that they don't want any compensation. They simply want justice. Suryagni Roy is joining us with more details on this. Suryagni, just throw more light for us on exactly what the court said while going ahead and sentencing Sanjay Roy to life imprisonment.
Well, I'll tell you, what the court has said right now. Firstly, it's important to say that the parents have openly stated that they do not want any kind of compensation in this particular case. Now, the judge says that he thinks that money can never compensate any debt, but it is the liability of the state to protect the daughter as she was on duty. This is a statutory provision, and if they want to take it, they can, use it. The court has also mentioned that if they want, they can also go to a higher court, if they are not satisfied with this order that has been passed right now.
Okay.
Once again, it's very important to announce that...
but does it look like that's going to happen? Let me bring in Indrajit also on this broadcast. Indrajit, does it look like Abhaya's family could now move a higher court also? Are they happy with the verdict that's come in, or do they believe it should have been death penalty?
Well, we'll have to wait for some more time, Akshita, for the family to come out and react, because we've been hearing them ever since the verdict was announced 2 days back, 48 hours, and they were satisfied because they spoke to the judge, last time when the verdict was announced 48 hours back, and they had thanked the judge. However, the parents have been saying that this should be considered as the rarest of the rare case and highest punishment should be given. Now that the judge has decided in favor of life imprisonment till death, we'll have to hear from the family as to what they feel right now, and do they think that there is a cause for them to move a higher court, which might happen, because the family all through have been saying that this is just the first step towards delivery of justice, that Sanjay Roy may have been convicted, but the family still does not believe that it was one person who had done this entire crime. There are others involved, is what the family believes, and therefore they might move the higher court. But we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait for the family to come out and then express themselves after this quantum of sentence have been given.
You're seeing the sentencing of Abhaya's rapist there, who's now, in fact, been sentenced to life. But you pointed out, Indra, that the family believes that there are more people who are involved in this crime. And that was something that was also being looked into by the CBI. Has that investigation ended? Is that still ongoing? Is that independent to this hearing?
Well, look, as far as the investigation in the rape and murder case is concerned, that has been concluded by the central agency. And the central agency has filed a charge sheet naming Sanjoy Roy as the prime accused, who has now been convicted. So there was scientific evidence, both forensic as well as other evidence, that were laid before the court. And the trial process began in November, and it was fast-tracked. And now, within less than 60 days now, the verdict has been given and the sentence has been pronounced. Now, as far as the corruption case is concerned, that is still pending. The CBI is still, probing the corruption angle, in which the former principal of Arjikar Hospital has been named, and he is under probe right now, even though he has got bail in one case, in the rape and murder case. So, as far as the rape and murder investigation is concerned, the CBI has concluded the investigation, and in their investigation, in their finding, they've only found that Sanjay Roy, there's one person who is to be blamed. He is the person, he is the sole perpetrator of this entire heinous crime that shook the conscience of the entire country, and of course, West Bengal and Kolkata. And he today stands guilty, pronounced guilty by the court, and he has been given life sentence till death. The judge, of course, coming to the conclusion after giving patient hearing to all the sides today. Last time, 48 hours back, when the verdict was announced, the judge did not hear Sanjoy Roy that day. Sanjay wanted to speak. Today, he was given the opportunity to speak. He once again said that he is not guilty, but that came in as a surprise. However, the parents also spoke. So today, the judge, after hearing all sides, the CBI demanded, death sentence. That's on record. They are the central agency who took over the probe from the Kolkata police. Remember, the family had alleged that they do not have any faith in the investigation being carried out by the Kolkata police. The Kolkata police was the force which actually arrested Sanjoy Roy, and even the Kolkata police's investigation initially had indicated that it could be the handiwork of only Sanjay Roy because there was nobody else, to corroborate evidence. There wasn't any evidence to corroborate that there was other people who could be present as well in the particular crime. Now the CBI has corroborated the same. It went to trial, and the judge has now pronounced his decision. So, in a sense, this is a closure of one
that
chapter.
are coming in right now.
के बारे में उनका जो जाबोजीवन अर्थात जाबोजीवन उनका सजा दिया, उसके साथ फाइन किया 66 जो है रेप एवं उसी टाइम में जो टॉर्चर के बारे में उनका डेथ हुआ, इसलिए उनका अमृत्यु जब तक जिंदा रहेगा तब तक उनको जेल में रहने होगा। एक ही साथ उनको फाइन भी किया और 103 का एक जो बीएनएस एक्ट है वो उसके बारे में जो मर्डर है उसके बारे में उसके लिए उनका जाबोजीवन कारावास का सजा सुनाया, एक ही साथ में फाइन भी किया। एक ही साथ में स्टेट को गवर्नमेंट को डायरेक्शन दिया लॉर्ड एडिशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट सेशन जज एक्ट नंबर शियाला कोर्ट जो 10 लाख को 10 लाख एंड 7 लाख टोटल 17 लाख उनका फैमिली को देने होगा एज पर क्षतिपूरण विक्टिम फैमिली को लिए। कैपिटल पनिशमेंट हम लोग मांगा था सीबीआई का तरफ से और फैमिली का तरफ से, फिर भी कोर्ट जो बोला ये रेयरेस्ट मैटर नहीं है, इसलिए हम फांसी का सजा नहीं सुना रहे। हम उनके अमृत्यु कारावास 66 के बारे में और 64 एंड 103(1) के बीएनएस एक्ट के बारे में उनका जाबोजीवन कारावास का उनका घोषणा दिया कोर्ट। एडवोकेट अनीशुर रहमान, हम एडवोकेट है इधर का, हम एडवोकेट अनीशुर रहमान है।
Okay, reactions coming in right now from the court there in Kolkata with lawyers highlighting exactly what played out in the court. We've discussed really the sentencing that's taken place and how the rapist Sanjay Roy has now been sentenced to life and also asked to pay up a fine by the Kolkata court judge. Importantly, and I'd like to bring in Anupam Mishra also on this, who's joining us. All right, let me take this back across to Idrajit. Idra, you were getting us details of what played out in court. Importantly, there was also an announcement made by the judge about compensation for Abhaya's family, which was immediately shot down by the parents.
Yes. Well, that's right. That's been consistent. As far as the family is concerned, Abhaya's parents have been consistently saying that, they are not going to accept any compensation. There was a compensation that was, provided by the state government. There was the proposal. And she did say that, the life cannot be given back. However, if they want to do something in the memory of their child, they could think of accepting that money. However, the parents had categorically stated that they are not going to take any money at all. And today also, the judge said that he doesn't think that, any life can be compensated with
just
money.
Stay with us. Riju Datta of the Trinamool Congress is joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Riju Datta, finally some sense of justice for Abhaya, for her family. What do you make of this judgment from the Kolkata court?
I will make three clear points. Number one, by law, Honorable Justice Anirban Das has pronounced the verdict of life imprisonment. Maybe it is accurate by law, but emotionally, not only the people of Bengal, but the people of this entire country demanded capital punishment for Sanjay Roy, which did not happen, so we are emotionally a little bit sad. Point number two, this accused was arrested by Kolkata police within 12 hours. And after 5-month-long investigation by the CBI with multiple witnesses, DNA analysis, narco tests, CCTV footage, etc., CBI filed the charge sheet and it's been proved that he is thus only accused in the brutal rape and murder of Abhaya. So Mamata Banerjee and Calcutta police finally stands vindicated. And my third point, the people, the opposition political parties, who played vulture politics, trying to defame Bengal and defame the Chief Minister of West Bengal, who's also the de facto Home Minister of West Bengal, and her police force, because of this RG Kaur case, stands exposed. What Calcutta police did, what Mamata Banerjee did, was right and correct and fair from day one, is proven now. I just hope Abhaya's parents find peace and solace today.
Richard Datta, you're saying, of course, that the entire case was unnecessarily politicized. You're right in pointing out that the Kolkata police nabbed Sanjay Roy rightly, named him as the main accused rightly. But there is, of course, the question mark over the corruption allegations, and that's something that's an ongoing investigation.
And if there is an allegation of corruption against anybody, they should be brought to the book. The adequate evidence should be provided in the court of law.
Okay, you're saying adequate evidence must be provided. Richard Datta, thanks for joining us. Let's cut across to reactions coming in. The accused lawyer speaking.
The investigation that created a confusion in the mind of the learned court. That is the reflection of the judgment.
By
later,
the of confusion, this judgment has come.
Later the judgment will come, the copy of judgment, and the elaborate part of it will explain as soon as we get the copy. Thank you.
The parents has denied the compensation, but the court has stated it that the compensation is not such a compensation that the court is giving. It is the liability of the state. It is the liability of the state which was supposed to give. The parents are partially happy, and the main point is that the parents wanted to convey before this learned court through us that yes, there are discrepancies in this investigating procedure. So we have pointed that out, and the state has been reflected in the judgment. That is what. অবশ্যই অ্যাপিলের প্রভিশন খোলা আছে, এবং the court has specifically stated that liability of state is to give protection to the daughter when she was on duty. So এই কারণে এই যে কম্পেনসেশনটা দেওয়া হয়েছে, সেই কম্পেনসেশনের পার্টটা is for this.
Okay, you just heard there from lawyers in the court, including the counsel of accused Sanjay Roy, who maintains that they will give a detailed and elaborate reaction once the full verdict of the Kolkata court is out. So we'll have to see really what they choose to do. Will they go ahead and challenge this in a higher court? There is a possibility also that Abhaya's parents will actually move the higher court, because remember that they've been demanding the death penalty in this particular case, saying that simply life imprisonment isn't enough, highlighting that they believe this is a rarest of rare case. And that is something that, in fact, in the Sialda court, the judge shot down, saying this is not a rarest of rare case, which is why he sentenced Sanjay Roy to life imprisonment. Interestingly, Indrajit, you were also telling us about how Sanjay Roy, all through, has claimed he's innocent, including in the court when he was given one final chance to speak, to put forth his version. He maintained that he isn't guilty despite the mountain of evidence really that's available against him.
Well, absolutely, Akshita. You know, it was the final nail in this entire matter, because there's, extreme and solid forensic evidence. There were questions. You remember when this case first emerged, in August last year, it created such a sensation that there were so many conspiracy theories that were floating on social media. However, they were all put to rest with the forensic evidence, with the CFSL report, and with the CBI charge sheet. So now there is nothing that can be left to the imagination. It has been proven beyond doubt in the court of law by the Indian judiciary that Sanjay Roy is the person who actually was a perpetrator of the crime in the rape and murder of a 31-year-old
Okay, let's get more reactions.
doctor.
Indra, my apologies for interrupting. Sukanta Majumdar speaking of the BJP.
पुलिस का नाम लिया, उसका तहकीकात होना।
সামনে উপস্থিত সমস্ত ভারতীয় জনতা পার্টির কার্যকর্তা বৃন্দ, সাধারণ মানুষ এবং সংবাদ মাধ্যমের ভাইরা বোনেরা,
देखिए पूरा भारतवासी
আমাদের এই রাজ্যের পুলিশ ভাইরা বোনেরা যারা এসেছেন,
Okay, let's cut across to more reactions coming in. Rahul Sinha is joining us on this broadcast with his view on what's playing out. Rahul Sinha, today the Trinamool Congress is saying we stand vindicated for all the politics that's played out. Sanjoy Roy has been established as the rapist, what the Kolkata police had maintained from day one.
देखिए, संजय राय दोषी तो पहले ही हो गए थे, इसलिए कोर्ट अनुष्ठानिक उसको दोषी घोषणा किया और उसको सजा सुनाया। लोगों का नजर संजय राय पर नहीं है, कारण ये जो घटना हुआ, एक से अधिक आदमी मिलकर ये घटना किया और किसी का निर्देश पर तो जरूर किया। लोगों का नजर अभी है संजय राय उसमें थे तो उसके साथ और कौन थे, और संजय राय और बाकी जो टीम ये काम किया तो किसके निर्देश पर किया।
लेकिन राहुल सिन्हा जी, अगर पनिशमेंट जज ने दे दिया या अगर कोलकाता पुलिस सीबीआई सब बोल दिए और ये असर्टेन किया कि एक आदमी था जो रेप और मर्डर किया अभया को, तो अभी मतलब
बात तो सही है
जी,
कलकत्ता पुलिस भी बोल दिया, सीबीआई बोल दिया, इसलिए सीबीआई के ऊपर भी लोगों का हताशा हुआ। तो इसीलिए, लेकिन अभी आशा का किरण यही है, बहुत प्रतिकूल स्थिति में सीबीआई इंक्वायरी कर रहा है, पुलिस बाधा डाल रहा है, सरकार बाधा डाला, सब कुछ उसके बीच में इंक्वायरी कर रहा है, लेकिन इंक्वायरी भी जारी है। लोगों का मन अभी संजय राय पे नहीं है, लोगों का मन अगला सीबीआई जो आखिरी जो लोग है उन लोगों को पकड़ के सामने लाए।
जो सीबीआई जांच है अभी, जो सीबीआई जांच है अभी राहुल सिन्हा जी, वो सिर्फ करप्शन के ऊपर है, वो करप्शन के ऊपर है।
हाँ, जांच तो अभी चल रहा है तो
जी, तो बीजेपी बता रहे थे जब ये केस हुआ था, जब बीजेपी बता रहे थे ने कि सिर्फ संजय रॉय रेपिस्ट नहीं था, 2-3 और थे, वो पूरा गलत था। आप मानते हैं?
गलत तो नहीं था, वो पूरा बंगाल का लोगों का हर लोगों का धारणा है और कोई भी तर्क इसमें चलेगा नहीं।
Okay, Rahul Sinha, thank you for joining us. The BJP maintaining that what they said all along, that there's more than one accused in the case, they stick by. They're maintaining that the investigation will continue. But the reality is, and let's put it out there for our viewers, that the Kolkata court right now has held Sanjay Roy as the murderer, the rapist of Abhaya. And this is based on the investigation by the Kolkata police, based on the investigation by the CBI. Let's cut across to reactions.
वो कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो गया था, वहाँ कंस्ट्रक्शन शुरू हो गई थी, वहाँ काफी कुछ तो मिला ही नहीं था सीबीआई को, उससे पहले सफाई हो चुकी थी, धो दिया गया था। तो पूरी एक सरकार जैसे वेस्ट बंगाल की सरकार है, वो इसमें कुछ लोगों को बचाना चाहती थी और वही हुआ। उन्होंने वो प्रूफ ही नहीं दिए जिसके कारण सीबीआई कोर्ट में प्रॉपरली रख पाती।
कहीं ना कहीं अब हायर कोर्ट्स को तक ये मामला जाना चाहिए कि जो लड़की है उसको इंसाफ
बिल्कुल जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि इस जजमेंट से कोई भी कुछ नहीं होगा। आई डोंट थिंक सीबीआई विल आल्सो नॉट बी हैप्पी, दे विल गो फॉर हायर कोर्ट्स। वो मैं तो सीबीआई से भी यही मांग करती हूँ कि आप हाई कोर्ट की डिमांड कीजिए, हायर कोर्ट्स में जाना चाहिए और ये इसमें डेथ पेनल्टी के अलावा और कुछ होना ही नहीं चाहिए।
जैसे शुरुआत में भी सीबीआई हो चाहे परिजन हो, वो डेथ पेनल्टी की मांग कर रहे थे और जब जज ने परसों वर्डिक्ट सुनाया था तो दो संभावनाएं बनती हैं, एक आजीवन कारावास और दूसरी उन्होंने खुद भी डेथ पेनल्टी का जिक्र किया था, लेकिन जब आज फैसला आया तो
जजमेंट कहाँ कॉम्प्रोमाइज।
So you got the former NCW chief there, Rekha Sharma, who remember was in fact the chairperson of the NCW when this case had broken out and had put the onus on the Kolkata police to ensure a detailed investigation. But Indrajit, we saw a whole lot of politics during the time when this case had happened, you know, with the opposition largely questioning the Kolkata police's investigation. Clearly there were loopholes. No one can say there wasn't any loopholes in the investigation. But, you know, the Kolkata police today maintained that Sanjay Roy was the main accused, which is something that clearly they've provided enough evidence for as well.
Well, that's right. You know, many would say that today the Kolkata police also stands vindicated because remember the former police commissioner of Kolkata, Vineet Goyal, he had to be removed. Mamata Banerjee had to sack the former police commissioner of Kolkata over the Arjikar case. You know, there were a lot of questions on the credibility of Kolkata police, one of the premier, investigating agencies in the country. In that backdrop, there was a lot of pressure that were mounting on Kolkata police to nab the main culprit and to also crack the case. We've been speaking to Kolkata police senior officials and they've been telling us that, you know, let the court come up with a verdict, and then you will see that we would be the one who would be vindicated. And many of the senior officials today are saying that they are vindicated. However, the way Kolkata police handled the case, their investigation may have been foolproof, and that's what has been shown in this verdict. However, the way Kolkata police handled the case, specifically with the attack that took place on Arjikar Hospital after this incident had taken place. Remember, on 14th of August night, there was vandalism at the Arjikar Medical College and Hospital. How did that happen? Why was there not heightened security at the hospital premises? How did so many people barge into the hospital premises and vandalize a government hospital? These are questions, obviously, the Kolkata police had to answer. We remember how the former police commissioner, Vineet Goyal, who was there at Arjikar Hospital on that night, on 14th of August, the intervening night of 14th and 15th of August, when there was complete ruckus and chaos and vandalism, and he had blamed the media for this entire incident. But sorry, it was the duty of the Kolkata police to ensure the sanctity of that location, the same building in which that crime had taken place. Why did the Kolkata police fail? These were questions. There were legitimate questions being asked of the Kolkata police. However, as far as the investigation is concerned, at least now it has been proven in court that the investigation that was carried out by the Kolkata police does stand the test of time or the scrutiny of the law in the court. So therefore, one may not be able to ask any question because the CBI has only seemed to have accepted the same theory that the Kolkata police had also propagated, that this is the handiwork of one person, and the scientific evidence, be the samples that were collected from the dead body of the victim, and the DNA sampling and the matching of the DNA with those from the accused. These are all scientific evidence. And also there were questions raised on the postmortem. Remember, the postmortem was done under videography. And when the CBI got the case diary, they had sent the video footage of the postmortem to an independent body of other forensic experts. And in that report also, Akshita, it was categorically stated that the postmortem report corroborates the video footage that was sent by the CBI for experts to study. So initially, there were a lot of people were circumspect, and obviously so, because it's such a sensational case, and people were angry and they were emotive, and therefore a lot of conspiracy theories were out in the air. Now those things have been put to rest with concrete scientific forensic evidence, and therefore the verdict that is for everybody to see. The judge coming out, judge did not hopefully get swayed by the media reports. The judge could only deliver his verdict based on legality and law and available evidence that were brought before him.
Okay, Indrajit, just stay with me. I'd like to bring in Sanjoy Roy, who's joining us live now from outside the Sialdah court in Kolkata, the court which pronounced the judgment. Sanjoy, take it away. Take us through what's happening around you. I'm sure there's high security as well, because Sanjay Roy was present when the verdict, the sentencing was read out.
Well, absolutely. And, Akshita, what we have to understand is that, what the judge said when he was pronouncing this verdict. He said that he doesn't find this to be the rarest of a rare, incident, as the public prosecutor had said that this is the rarest of the rare, crime incident, and that's the reason why the harshest punishment should be given. But over here, what we, came across was that life imprisonment till death. That is what has been pronounced by the Sialdah court. Now there are two theories to it, whether or not the family and the CBI, or either or, they move to the High Court challenging this particular decision, and asking for a harsher punishment, which is death penalty or not. Now, secondly, coming back to you, it's necessary to show you the police bandobast right now, heavily fortified, because in a short while from now, Sanjay Roy, the convict in this particular case, who's been given a life imprisonment, will be taken out. You can see the vans being kept ready, the police vehicles being kept ready. If I can just show you around, even to make sure that the situation does not escalate and it stays under control. There's, battalions of the Rapid Action Force, deployed over here as well, so that the situation stays in control. Because let's not forget that we had seen multiple protests, sit-down protests and protests of all kind, for, demanding justice for Abhaya. And now with this particular verdict. We have to see whether the family or the CBI, either of them, do they move the higher court asking for a death penalty or not. Back to you.
Okay, does it, have there been any reactions really from the family members yet, Suryagni, on the verdict, on the sentencing by the Kolkata court so far?
Well, the family members are still inside, and they will get out in a while from now, and that is when we will understand what they have to say on this particular, verdict. It's also important because during the last the last hearing, when the verdict was, when Sanjay Roy was pronounced guilty, the parents had shown immense faith on the judiciary, on the justice himself, and even till today morning they had claimed that they they feel that death penalty should be given, hanging should be done of such kind of convicts in such a gruesome case. The judgment hasn't really been as expected by the family. That's pretty clear as of now. It has to be seen what is it that they say. Now, there's more police over here to make sure that when Sanjay Roy gets out of this place, he is escorted out under heavy security, and we have to wait for the parents' first reaction when they come out of the court.
Okay,
Back to you.
so they're in the court as of now. We'll await their reaction to see what they have to say about really the verdict that's come in, the sentencing. Remember, the family has been pushing right now for death penalty. Didn't really happen because the judge maintains this is not a rarest of rare circumstance to ensure death penalty. He has, in fact, sentenced Sanjay Roy to life. Thanks very much, Indru and Suryagni, for joining us with all of those details.